And hello to all my Capricorn friends. I would like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'll be doing your free psychic tarot reading for March 2022. Now today they've dialed up for you a four-corner spread. It is a very good spread for looking at these four main areas that people usually ask about in tarot, which is your love corner, always a very popular one, work, as well as finance, as well as your health corner. We're going to take a peek at all four of those for you guys. See what's going on in the month of March. See if we can pinpoint some certain things. And they've asked that I conclude your reading with a chakra scrub. And let me tell you, Capricorn, you guys are in good company because they wanted to do chakra scrubs for 5 different signs this month. Statistically, almost improbable, but there's obviously some stuff going on, and Capricorns, they want you to be aware of it. So we're going to get into all that good stuff. Now, the card's already shuffled. I do that ahead of time to save time. Now I'm going to bring you in so you can watch. Go ahead and hit that like button if you're ready to have a great March. Let's get going. We are on and recording. All right, Capricorn, these are my ritual cuts. I like to do this live and on camera. Cuts the decks into 3 different pieces, puts them back together in a separate order, and then they're ready to run. Satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot. And there we go. So here we go with the 4 corners for Capricorn. This right here is going to be work. Over here is love. Down here is finance. And over here is health. That's good. Are we on camera? I think so. Now, this is a major theme, so I'm going to need an Oracle Angel card here. It's going to be that one. And that's going to be the only one. Now, let me check the inverts. Got a couple blocked, not too many, I don't think. Nope, it's a good distribution. We're going to run this as it is, so it's ready. So let's get to work. Let's do it, Capricorn. The chakra scrub takes some time. Come on, camera. There you go. The chakra scrub takes some time, so we want to make sure we give that plenty of time here in your little reading. Work and finance are the bigger themes. We're going to read that together. I always do that. I'm actually going to save that for last because it's just the biggest area. They want us to spend the most time on it, so I'm going to honor that. Let's start with health. For health, they really are saying that there's authority. A lot of you have taken authority in your health corner. You've already kind of made some steps, made some moves, made some decisions. They really kind of like the way that you're ruling here, the way that you have either the course of action that you've taken to get to the point you are now, or, I don't know how recent or how far back this goes, but it presents itself very well. At the same time, you're going to need to continue to be that authority in this corner. So, don't slack. Don't, chance losing the progress that you made. It's not worth it. Remember what got you here and do what works. Don't do what doesn't work and keep moving forward. There is a return. A lot of you are very susceptible to returning to the way things were prior here. It's kind of like a boomerang effect. So this could be good, this could be bad. It's hard to say. It depends on what the boomerang is that's returning to you. But this is something that's coming back from your past. So, this could be something as bad as like a growth, or something that you thought you had removed or taken care of that is just arcing itself back in. Or this could be something good that's like, hey, this very good mentality that I had, that, this very strong kind of empowerment that I used, in a diet that I did, a few years back that worked really good for you, pops in your head again, like, oh yeah, these are some things that I can do to, worked very well for me before. That's kind of what this card is. And those would both fall under the category of truth here. They'd both fall true to the card. So that's what they're talking about here is, that's why they need you to be authoritative. They need you to hold the line of where you are with health and where you've come. So that's what we start with. Moving up here to love. This is a very, very good month to nurture your love corner, Capricorn. A lot of you, it doesn't even matter where you are with love. It doesn't matter if you're single, in a relationship, married, dating, anywhere along this. This is going to be almost the same advice for everybody. It's not specific. They probably did that on purpose. They want you to nurture your love corner. Your love corner is very big. It's your family, it's your close friends, anybody close to your heart can come in your love corner. And they're telling me to tell you that they want you to nurture this in the month of March. The reason why is there are some of you here, there is theft, there is loss, and there is deceit. Kind of an air in the air here for some of my Capricorns. Sounds like it's a bad thing, but, it certainly can be. But when this comes up, it's not trying to be negative or anything like that. It's basically coming up as a preventative. They want you to be on the lookout for this. They don't want you to get blindsided by this. And this could also be like, just losing something here. Like let's say, a sibling or a cousin or, some family member lost their pet. Let's say their dog ran away. Okay, that's the same energy that we're talking about here. That's a different version of loss, than say if you were you lost your purse or you lost your ID or your ATM card or something like that. But it's all the same description. It's theft, loss, or deceit. So they just kind of want you to be very cautious around the people that you trust, especially friends. I feel like this is mostly friend related, certainly family too. If there's somebody in the family, we all have that, family member or two that is just like, they're kind of the off one and need to be watched a little closer, not really sure about their motive sometime and stuff like that. So that's what's coming in here in the month of March for you guys. And that's why they want you to nurture this. So whatever it is that you're working on in your love corner, it doesn't matter. Like I said, it doesn't matter where you're at. They're just saying that this needs a lot of attention here. So make sure you put the attention into your friends. You put the attention into your family members. Even if this deceit thing never comes to fruition, because, this is a general reading. This is not going to hit everybody the same, and it's not supposed to. So that's very good. But we go back to the first card, and they really want you to put a lot of time into your family in the month of March. And that's a good thing. That part of it is no matter what, because, that's just saying, the time is ripe. There's a great opportunity here. Maybe, you can make some great memories with the family, get together, see some family members you haven't seen in a while, reach back out to some old friends, really kind of nurture that. You got to water that plant, water that love corner. So there we go there. Now, before I get into your big ones, which is your work and your finance, I do need to tell you guys about the moon cycles because it's going to pertain to a lot of the stuff we're talking about here very directly. I like to give you guys the forecast every single month so you know what's coming. On March the 2nd, that's the new moon. That's the best time to bring anything brand new into your life. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's something like the health thing we talked about, if there's something brand new you're trying to do with that, or let's say get a new job or something like that, it fits much better at the beginning of the month than at different times of the month because you have that new moon energy, and that's just manifestation power that from space, from the sun, from the moon, the solar energies, the space radiation, all that stuff. It just is flowing in on the new moon, with the new moon. Now, adversely, we have the full moon that happens on March 18th. That has its purpose also. That's the best time to get anything out of your life that doesn't fit anymore. So, for some of you, if there is deceit in your love corner here, your family, friends, whatever, that full moon energy is good for purging. Let's just leave it at that. Now, stuff you can get out of your life. It can be just about anything. Could be people. The example I gave you was that, but it could also be stuff. Could be habits. Some of you have to purge habits. Some of you have to sell some things or make some room or do something like that. Any kind of purging energy. It's that garbage truck of the universe energy. Get it out. That's kind of what the full moon is all about there. And it doesn't have to be on the 18th either. It doesn't have to be on the 2nd for the new moon. It's just, these are relative themes. So, time is very fluid. You just kind of want to get close to it. It doesn't have to be on the date. Now, I did put together a moon cycle cheat sheet for you guys. I'm offering it to everybody absolutely free. It's just a reference guide and a tool that you can use to kind of visualize and see how the moon cycles work and the best times to take advantage of these energies. And you're going to get that absolutely free if you're part of the newsletter program. If you are already signed up for that, you're going to get it with the newsletter. If you're not, no problem. You can sign up for the newsletter. It's free. It's at the very bottom of my website, scottsagent.com. You go to the bottom there, you enter your first name, your, I think, last initial, your email address, you send it off. I send you back your moon cycle cheat sheet, and that's good through June. So it takes you through half of the year. So definitely take advantage of that. Now let's get into your work and finance, the big ones. I'm going to do finance first. Finance is being pushed toward an event of some form, or a celebration, or a gathering, or something like that. Interesting, they said, focus on the family, because that's kind of the vibe here. I feel like a lot of you are putting money into an event, or putting money toward a blank, toward like a goal to go on vacation, or a concert that's coming up, or something like that. It's money with a goal attached to it. Usually it's like an event, a party, something like that. So that's what comes up first. There is some kind of like shady moon energy in here. I know we talked about the moon cycles, but this is a little bit different stuff here. This is more mysterious and not really sure. So as I'm reading this to you, you might not even know what this is right now. This could certainly be later in the month. That's one of the things that I always try to remind people, is that this reading is for an entire month. It's not just for the first week of March when most people view the videos. So, keep in mind, if you have no idea what I'm talking about right now, you might later, and the video will still be here for you to come back and check it out again. Now, they do show the sun part here, the sun card inverted. So this is the best card in the deck, guys. This is wonderful energy. Only issue is that it's turned. This sun golden energy is being blocked, which means it's being impeded. There's something in the way, and it's probably that moon energy. It's just something there, something in the way, something blocking it. We don't like that. And, I don't know what that is. It's going to be different for everybody. But just know that the sun is trying to shine through those clouds, that fog, that mysterious air of what they're referring to in your financial corner. It's really a difficult one for me to read, too. In a general reading, this thing is tough. At least in a personal reading, I can kind of ask a couple questions and kind of get where spirit is going with this more. But this is very difficult because of the story they're telling here. So it's really up to you to find the context of what they're trying to tell you, because they're not trying to confuse you in any way. They're trying to just make a few things resonate with you up here to inspire and push positive change. So there is your finance corner. When we move up to your work, the first thing they want to talk about is work is a little bit hung up in March. Now, that could mean that you are hung up at work in March. It could also mean that just things are not really changing, or it's kind of business as usual. That's come up for another sign as well. There is small little conflicts going on in the month of March in your work corner, or for quite a bit of my Capricorns. This is little stuff, guys. I don't know if it feels that way to you. This may feel large, whatever kind of drama is going on there. It's just really not worth it. At least that's what Spirit's saying. So it's not worth quitting, getting emotional and quitting a job over it, or getting in a fight with a coworker. It's just not worth it. All this kind of stuff. There's an air of that. Like I said, there's very potential to have that kind of stuff happen. There's also a Six of Wands coming in inverted here. So this is a small setback of some form. This is something that you expected, or a positive move that you were counting on or hoping for, and it's either just not here yet, or something happened, or, like I said, a small setback is the best way to describe it. Now, the key word here is small. This is not a major deal. It goes back to the other card we described here in the Five of Wands. This is just little stuff. No worries. So just know that the work corner is a little slow right here. It's, like I said, business as usual. Probably not the greatest time to open a business. Not a good time to try to move jobs, move careers, all these kind of things. I would just kind of slow play it a little bit in the month of March. They do say blessed. In the Oracle Angel card, they do say blessed, so they're reminding you that, things are actually pretty good here. A lot of you have it very good. Even in the situation, it may make it seem like it's not good because of what's going on at the moment. But remember, the moment is fleeting. It doesn't last forever. This is the bigger picture might be very, very great, and you're just kind of like focused on what's right in front of your face. It's very easy for us to do that, so no big deal. That's what they want me to remind you, is that this is just no big deal. Don't sweat it, guys, okay, Capricorn? So that's what we got there for your work. So good advice across the whole spectrum, guys. That's what I really like about the four-corner spread. All right, now let's get into your chakra scrub. I did promise you guys that. That does take a little bit of time, so how many cards did I use there? I'm going to quickly reshuffle the cards just to give them the option to use some of these cards. Again, I like to be thorough with what I'm doing for you guys, so that just makes sure that, like, if there is any kind of, let's say, for example, they wanted to use that sun card again for the chakra scrub to show that there is something being blocked and to show me where. That would be a really good way to kind of tie the two themes together, and that's something that I would pick up right away. I would see that sun card blocked. Let's say it's your crown chakra at the very top. That would be letting me know that that is in reference to what we just talked about in your financial corner. So that's the importance of using, or I guess reshuffling the cards. And I just didn't have to even cut out, because I did it while I was talking to you. So last little bridge here, and we're done. I do have to do the ritual cuts, because I always do that, anytime we do another kind of card movement here. So there we go with the ritual cuts for your chakra scrub for Capricorn. And I go top to bottom with this. I might talk about it in a different order, but at least when I draw the cards, it's top to bottom. So here we go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We have some blockages. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not enough to matter. It's good to go. I'm actually going to read it top to bottom. Yeah, I'm really hesitant on that, because we have the big ones at the top, the way this drew out, but it's okay. It'll be okay. So here we go. I need a couple angel cards, because we got some big themes. I can start to see here why they wanted to do a chakra scrub for you guys. Yikes. Okay. No, we're going to leave those. Okay. Yeah. So you can just tell by kind of that I just pulled the major arcana cards at the top here. That's why I did an Oracle Angel card to it. So there's our focus. And I'm going to start there, even though I probably should save those for last. I'm really drawn to them. I have to go where they're pulling. Okay. So crown chakra. Very, very top. This is spiritual health stuff too, guys. Very not a time to be alone. They're saying that they want this with multiples, with not being by itself. So this is a very, very good crown chakra energy to be shared with the third eye. That's the next one down. The third eye is probably kind of going to be the key here. These two need to work in conjunction, and for whatever reason they're both blocked. They're both a little gunked up here. We're going to try to do some work here. Now you guys can do some meditations that focus specifically on certain chakras that need work, and we're going over, we'll go over a few of them, but a lot of that stuff is available on YouTube. You can find guided meditations and stuff like that. So let's just let's see what they're saying for third eye here. This is something that is your choice. Okay. This is less about momentum and things that have movement to them, and it's really, they're saying it's your own free will here. Starting at, we just talked about the crown, but they're saying that this is something that they want you to be flexible with. Maybe it's something where you want to meditate more, or you want to do this kind of stuff, or learn about this kind of stuff, and then you just kind of, at the end of the day, you don't do it. Now, when we get down to the third eye, they're just saying that they want you to give it a fair shake here. Give it, its fair little routine or something like that. Even if it's very small, guys, like this is something you could do, like maybe devote 10 minutes a day to it. You might not get crazy good results right away, but at least, you're kind of working towards something. Even if it's not daily, let's say you just set an hour once a week to it. Maybe on Sundays you're very free and open, you're not working, you're not too busy, and that would be a good day, whatever day for you is open and free, to kind of give this a shot. Give it an hour. And I think that's really what they're going with here, because those top two are coming in blocked. Now, as we move down to the throat, they do show the devil, so this is habitual stuff. This is this can eke into the physical too. So I feel like it's less about habits. The devil card has a couple different meanings. This is more binding here. So your throat is kind of like, it's not blocked. That's the good news. The bad news is that it's kind of wrapped up. It's just not... they want you to move this to a place that is brand new. They want to get something out. They want... Regeneration is the Oracle Angel card they gave me. That is very familiar. At least I read it very much like the Death card in the tarot deck, where it's a complete brand new renewal here. So regeneration coming out, bringing the new you out here in your throat. So this is your throat is your communication, speaking up when you need to speak up and letting your voice be heard. A lot of you have maybe held back a little bit on doing that, so there is some movement there, but at the same time there's some holding back there. So could be a good time for you to kind of work on that kind of stuff. Also communication. Now the themes moving down the list from here are much smaller. I'm just going to kind of hit them real quick. Heart is kind of like weirdly wrapped up into work. Big focus there for a lot of heart chakras are very love and empathy and understanding and emotion. A lot of that for a lot of you Capricorns, for whatever reason, is being very pulled into your work corner because of what's happening in March. As we continue to move down, your willpower here is very, very good. So good time to get anything done that you need to kind of will yourself through. You have the ability to do that in the month of March. Very, very strong there. New ideas, too, are coming to a lot of you, is what they're saying. This is new inspiration coming through. Very, very nice to see. Moving down into your emotional center, they do show... that also needs a little bit of nurturing, but in your mind. It's an interesting kind of mix because it's an emotional chakra, but they're saying like you need to decide where these emotions are going. So I know that's kind of like a very profound phrase, I guess, but that's what Spirit just kind of like put on me to put on you. So I can't even repeat what that was right now because that was just so... that was just a complete a channel, phrase right there, a channel sentence. I don't even remember what I just said. As we move down here into your root chakra, hanging on to something for too long, something needs to be purged out, let go. They do have the Hoarder card here. This is your arms, your legs, in the health scrub it would be your arms and legs. In the chakra scrub, this is more kind of your root, your connection to earth plane from spirit plane, the kind of the bridge between the two. Hanging on to something for too long, need to let it go. Almost being a little bit too earthly. Almost need to kind of let some of these illusionary earth things go. Kind of let the spiritual flow a little bit more, something like that. So these are all kind of, the last four that I read for you are much more minor. Really, the beginning of the chakra scrub was the key. So you might even want to go back and listen to that again just to kind of like get it again. I'm not going to go through it again just because for the sake of time, but it is there for you guys as a resource if you need it. So that is going to wrap up your entire reading. Thank you so much for joining. Please remember to like and subscribe so you see the future videos. I do love readings on the 7th of every single month, and I also do a mid-month update to kind of do a little update here on what's going on for the signs. So that's going to wrap us up here. Thank you so much. I will see you soon. Have a great March, and take care.